Victor Romeo, traffic Cessna Alpha Sierra X-Ray Golf Sierra Alpha, taking off runway 08 departure to the north.
Greetings everybody and welcome back to the channel. Hope you had a fantastic day wherever you are. We are back with Microsoft Flight Simulator. And we're about to take off. Yeah, getting ourselves ready for flights from Vredendal. We just had a rather interesting landing. Hopefully this next flight will be a lot better. We are departing from FAV, flying the Cessna 172 Skyhawk, call sign ZU-VEY. We are headed to Oranjemund in Namibia, taking along 87 kilograms of medical supplies. Let's get our flight all sorted. There we go. We've got our cargo. We are ready to rock and roll. Let's hope it's a good one. Now it's all passengers to buckle up, please. Wussy Airlines is ready for takeoff. Alright, here we go. And just get rid of this.
Foxtrot Alpha Victor Romeo, traffic Cessna Alpha Sierra X-Ray Golf Sierra Alpha, taking off runway 08 straight out departure.
We've got a full board of fuel, so this is going to take a little bit more. It's about 100% fuel. It's a fair distance that we've got to go, so let's just get some good speed. Get ourselves up to 500, and then we'll let the AI take over. Pretty smooth takeoff. Pretty happy with that. Keep our airspeed around about 85, thereabouts. It is choppy out there, we got some wind. Alright, there we go. I'll let the AI take over now. And we'll get you the outside view, as I know you guys like that. It's a beautiful day here on the west coast of South Africa, and we will be heading out towards Oranjemund in Namibia shortly.
Cape Town Center Cessna Zulu uniform Victor Echo Yankee is at 600 feet, climbing 8,000 feet.
Cessna Zulu uniform Victor Echo Yankee Cape Town Center QNH 30.1 continue as planned.
Alright, there we go. We are now headed north to Namibia, Oranjemund. We've got 394 kilometers to go. Get to a cruising altitude of around about 5,000, get up to about maybe 8,000, thereabouts, I think. And along the way, I'll be telling you some history about Oranjemund and so on, whilst you sit back, enjoy the flight, and look at the money that we're gonna make. Well, basically on the top left of your screen there, you are seeing the flight information, what the rental costs, same plane that I've flown twice now previously. And you can see what the fuel costs are. We've got 95% fuel, and we're gonna need that to get all the way to 390 kilometers. It is a long distance. It's gonna be a long flight. So roughly about the last between 60 and 40 kilometers on approach, I will give you some information. So, by all means, please unbuckle, open up your drinks tray in front of you, and pour yourself a cold one or a warm one, and kick back and enjoy the views. Passengers, if you look out to your right hand side, you will see Ado Gaming. That is my good buddy Aiden Ado, and he's decided to join the flight and have a little bit of fun. I'm not sure what he's flying at the moment. It says a C208, but I have no idea what he's flying. Maybe if he gets a little bit closer, I instructed him to do so, so we shall see. Roughly about 312 kilometers out from our destination, and I'll keep swinging around to see what Ado's driving, or flying rather, I should say. And I believe he has got Dr. Ramsbottom on board, so he is bringing the doctor while I'm bringing the medical supplies. Aiden has confirmed he is flying a Cessna 208. That's what that stands for, C208. just under 300 kilometers to go before we start getting into our, well, it's actually less than that. It's actually around about 250 thereabouts. Then we start our descent and so on. It's time for some interesting facts about our destination, Oranjemund in Namibia. Oranjemund, German for mouth of Oranje, is a town of 4,000 inhabitants situated in the extreme southwest of Namibia. It exists to service the diamond industry. Is known as the town built on diamonds, and when the diamond industry was in its prime, the mining company De Beers provided a luxurious desert island for the 15,000 inhabitants. An 18-hole golf course, a cinema, and swimming pools were provided for the diamond workers and their families. There's numerous activities that can be done in Oranjemund, such as fishing, birding at the river mouth, and lots of hiking, I take it. I wouldn't want to go hiking in the desert though. Lots of banks, privately owned restaurants, bars and takeaways operate in Oranjemund, including modern supermarkets and retail stores that cater for the daily needs of residents and visitors. Due to the Great Depression, diamond mining was not taken up until 1935, and a year later workers' houses were erected. Roughly around about 400 kilograms of diamonds, some 2 million carats per year since inception of the mine. Has a desert climate with pleasant temperatures throughout the year. The average annual precipitation is 15 millimeters. Oranjemund was privately owned by De Beers until 2017 and thus governed by the Diamond Mining Company's administration. In 2011, the political administration was handed over to government, which proclaimed it a town. It is now governed by a town council that has 7 seats. Access to and settlement in Oranjemund was restricted to employees and their relatives. Its infrastructure is superior to that of other towns in Namibia South due to it not due to not being dependent on cost recovery from its inhabitants. In the second half of the 20th century, Oranjemund featured a large recreational complex with swimming pool, cinema, restaurants and bars. Water is still provided free of charge, and until 2016 so was electricity. There is a border post to South Africa at the south end of the Ernest Oppenheimer Bridge. Until the town was opened in 2017, only persons with pre-application of 1 month were allowed to cross the border. These facts and so much more is available on Wikipedia or Oranjemund. Thank you for flying with us. We'll see you again closer to descent. Starting to head down towards Oranjemund, and he has a little history about Namibia. Namibia, officially the Republic of Namibia, is a country in southern Africa. Its western border is the Atlantic Ocean. It shares land borders with Zambia and Angola to the north, Botswana to the east, and South Africa to the south and east. It is the driest country in the sub-Saharan Africa. Namibia has been inhabited since prehistoric times by the San, Damara and Nama people. Around the 14th century, immigrating Bantu peoples arrived as part of the Bantu expansion. Namibia has roughly a population of about 2.5 million people. In 1884, the German Empire established rule over most of the territory, forming a colony known as German Southwest Africa. Between 1904 and 1908, it perpetrated a genocide against the Herero and Nama people. German rule ended in 1915 with the defeat by South African troops and forces. In 1920, after the end of World War I, the League of Nations mandated administration of the colony to South Africa. and we're still descending just ever so slightly. June 1968, the UN General Assembly adopted a resolution proclaiming that in accordance with the desires of its people, Southwest Africa be renamed Namibia. That's just a little brief history about Namibia as we start again heading towards Oranjemund and down into the Port Nolloth Airport. It's time to bring up ATC to see if we can get the airports within earshot and see what we can do in terms of landing. We're not going to Port Nolloth Airport. That is the first one right down there. We are actually headed beyond that, as it clearly says, Alexander Bay Airport. Safe to say we'll make roughly around about $1,300 on this trip, which is going to add very, very nicely to our tally of $9,295 in the bank. It is to the point of buying a Skyhawk, but we are trying our utmost. 150,000 is the target. We've got an awful lot of flying to get done before we can make some nice money. The descent starts. Let's see if the AI is up to landing. Does look like it is an absolutely beautiful day out in Namibia and Oranjemund, so nice clear skies and not too bad winds or anything, so should hopefully be a good landing this time round. just did that maneuver because we've got a little bit of a crosswind, and it's pushing us out to the left, as you can see. So that's why the plane is kind of facing a little bit in. That is my understanding. I'm by no means a pilot in real life, so take it as you will. But I think that's the way that it works. If anybody watches this that is a pilot, please let me know if that is correct. I think the top left, which you cannot see, the indicator, I think of the GPS and everything like that, is showing an arrow now right behind me, which I think is the wind direction. I don't know. No idea, but I think that is the case. But anyway, we are roughly around about 2,000 feet. We've got about another 37 kilometers before we actually get to the airport itself. So this is going to be interesting to see how the AI approaches us and doing the final approach and all that sort of stuff. I'm hoping for a much smoother landing than last time. So there we go. So that is the indication right there. I think that purple line is the wind direction. It makes sense because the way that the plane sort of like lines up slightly askew, as you can see there, I think that is the wind direction. I honestly do not know, but I think that is correct. And this is where I get slightly confused with the AI piloting. But I guess they knows more than I do. And we should have an AIDA around us. There is, down there. Oh, those guidelines are all blue, so everything is looking good.
Uniform Victor Echo Yankee 9 miles south inbound visual runway 02.
Any pilots out there that are watching commercial licenses or whatever as hobbyists, is that really the flaps that get down 20 degrees so far out?
Alexander Bay, traffic Cessna Zulu Uniform Victor Echo Yankee 7 miles south inbound visual runway 02. Alexander Bay, traffic Cessna Zulu Uniform Victor Echo Yankee 4 miles south inbound visual runway 02.
Alright, so what we've had happen in the past is the AI does this and then it suddenly just stalls and it's so short of the runway. So it'll be interesting to see what happens here. I'm not going to interfere with anything. Usually I would at this point, because to me it looks like he's coming a little bit too low, but that's just me. Here we go. Oh, we got a little bit of turbulence there, or some wind. This is going to be interesting.
Stall. 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 Stall.
I think I would be absolutely petrified if I was on this plane. Well, I am on this plane. What am I saying? I'm flying the thing. Now, I have an absolute fear of heights and absolute fear of flying, so yeah, this is interesting.
Alexander Bay, traffic Cessna Zulu Uniform, Victor Echo Yankee, 2 miles south, inbound visual runway 02.
Coming too fast, mate. Slow it down a bit.
500.
Yeah, a little bit of crosswind there, see that?
Stall. 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 Stall.
And touchdown. Welcome to Oranjemund. And another successful flight. Thankfully the AI played up nicely today. Congratulations for another flight, and we'll see flights or airlines, whatever we call ourselves. Thank you for being here. Awesome to have your company, and we'll see you on the next flight. As Aiden comes in for his landing. Good job. Right, there we go, guys. We're going to end the flight here at one of the gates up over there. Appreciate you all being here. Thank you so much for the likes, the subscribes, and everything else. If you like this content, please consider hitting like and subscribe. It's a free way to show support. And if you'd like to see some more flights in different areas and so on, please drop a comment below and I will have a look at those and get back to you. Happy flights, everybody. Be safe, be cool, be kind, be whatever it is that you want to be.